What's new in your life?
Not much, Mr. Mall. My dad came up with an idea for a pie made up of lots of little pies. He's calling it Pie Pie. I doubt anything will come of it, though. He's always coming up with zany ideas like that.
He sounds like a dreamer, Ilsa, and the world needs dreamers. Someday you'll finally appreciate him, I hope.
I guess so. Maybe when my prefrontal cortex fully develops.
Hey, Ilsa, do you want to learn a new hum I came up with?
Sure.
Try it.
Hey, you two. What are you doing?
Oh, whiling away our carefree days, PJ. Just whiling away. What's up with you?
Well, Mr. Mall, I've been reading a lot more books lately, and I don't like to miss anything, so I've been reading every page in the book. But there's this funny little page near the front that doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't have anything to do with the story.
PJ, I think you're talking about the copyright page, and it's no laughing matter. Let's use one of my patented cutaways to take a look and see if that's what you mean.
That's the page, Mr. Mall. You said it's called the copyright page? But what is it for?
Well, PJ, this page gives us all the information we need to know who deserves credit for making this book. That's what copyright is all about. You know, who owns the right to use the book and for what purpose? It's important to know that sort of thing, you know. When you're a little bit older, you may even need it for school assignments and the like.
Can you explain the important parts?
Sure. Near the top, you'll often see the name of the publishing company that published the book. In this case, the publisher is Free Spirit Publishing, Incorporated.
What's a publisher?
Well, when an author writes a book, they have to take it to a publisher if they want anybody else to read it. A publisher prepares books and issues them to be sold at bookstores. If not for them, authors would just have to put their books in old trunks and chests for future generations to find at flea markets.
By the way, sorry for interrupting.
Thanks for apologizing, but you don't need to feel bad about asking questions. Anyway, after the name of the publisher, we see their address. This is included in case we need to write them to ask for permission to use the book in some way. We're allowed to read the book to ourselves and others, but the copyright prohibits us from using it to make money or to reproduce it for any other purpose. Above that, we see the actual copyright holders. You can see that the text, otherwise known as the words, were copyrighted by Melina Mungal, and the illustrations, otherwise known as the pictures, were copyrighted by Ken Daly. Do you see that little C with a circle around it?
Yes.
That's the symbol for copyright. Then down below that we see more words about what the copyright means. Do you see where it says all rights reserved?
Yeah. What does that mean?
It means basically the same thing as copyright. We're not allowed to do anything with this book except to read it to ourselves or to other people. And we're definitely not allowed to pretend we wrote it ourselves or try to make money off of it, unless we get permission from the copyright holder. Below that is a lot more information that we might need or find interesting. But it's not really important unless you are curious as to how the book was made or where you might go to find more information about it.
Wow, Mr. Mall. Thanks for telling me about the copyright page. I can see that it's not a funny little page after all, but do I still have to read it in the future?
No, PJ. Not unless you want to. It's there as a reference in case you need it, but if you're just reading a book for fun, you can skip right past it.
Just don't skip past me in the lunch line.
It was only that one time.
Oh, PJ. Well, we learned a lot today, and we had a lot of fun, too. If you haven't tried humming your day away at least once in your life, you haven't lived. I hope you, like PJ, learned a lot about the copyright page of a book, and I hope that you, unlike PJ, always wait your turn in the lunch line. I'm not one to philosophize, but it seems to me that the world would be a lot more interesting if people weren't always in such a rush to eat their lunch. In any case, I know that singing can be a good way to remember new things. So I wrote a little song to help you remember the part of the book called the copyright page. It goes a little something like this. Copyright page. Copyright page. Copyright page, copyright page, copyright page. It's here you'll find the writer. They wrote the book at night, or they wrote the book in daytime. They own the copyright. Copyright page. Copyright page. Copyright page, copyright page, copyright page. You'll also find the drawer. They're called the illustrator. They draw, they paint, they color. Sometimes they do collage. Copyright page. Copyright page. Copyright page, copyright page, copyright page. You'll also see publishers. They edit, print, and cover the books that you will love or decide they're not for you.